over yet. Not at all.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside.
Wow.
Crash into the wall, into the air goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof, Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest.
But Chase is going to be able to push that Atlanta car back out front, more wrecking.
And around goes the 95, and the 37.
Hard hit.
Into the wall.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's awful.
Ryan Preece
got into, Christopher Bell trying to get up in front of him. Then they make contact. Oh, poor Ryan Preece. We talked about he's had a string of last place finishes, and wow, such a Junior and I in this booth, when he was heading to that wall, we were both cringing. Just not.
Take a deep breath, everybody. He's absolutely committed. He hits the wall, first of all, on the right-hand side, and that breaks the steering. And from that moment on, Kirchhoffer is a passenger, gets airborne, and almost does roll over.
That went over.
I think that went over, Krillsy, yeah.
Nose-to-tail contact there, where for whatever reason Sam has just eased out of the throttle and we think has touched the brake. And this is fan vision from up at the top of the hill at Skyline. Just tells you a bit more about what happened. But have a look at what happens with Tyler Everingham. That's the second part of the incident, and the marked car that makes that contact down the side. Now, Sam's actually going by private aircraft back to Adelaide for further scans, so he's still not 100%. So fingers crossed that he'll be all okay. And I spoke to
Robert Pagnotta. Oh, and problems for your leader, and the problems for the 75 of Pagnotta, who rolls up over the back of the 8 car.
It's
You
feel very quick at the opening split, as I mentioned.
No.
That is Tanak then very much off the road.
that's still going.
Here, quite substantial. He's in, comes up, full power. He's at 250 kilowatts there as he brakes, and it's just not stopping. Goodness me! And there's your runoff. It's back racing, and it's waved off.
A bit too early. There's a restart zone that's labeled on the outside. Oh, huge crash in the back. Rinus VK. It looks like Colton Herta are involved.
That car flew. A lucky escape for Colton Herta.
These guys are all nose to tail. You can't really see the flagger, and he just gets into the back tire and drives right over the top of that car. And another example of how the safety screen is really, I believe, just saved Rinus VK's life with that.
And the fact that Colton Herta's, this is good on the onboard. Simon slows up. Rinus, it all just happens so fast. You have almost no time to react in that situation. You're trying to be as close to the car in front of you on a restart as possible to try to get that draft, try to maximize.
Rinus VK got a little loose there. It stepped out and he had to check up, and Colton was on a run right there, so it was kind of a little bit of too...
Oh, look at this then. Front was twitching a bit. He was thinking about having Vinales into turn 5.
Oh, he's lost a
high
rear. Big high side.
How often do you see that? Not very. Last time he high-sided, of course, what was that at the end of last year? Blimey, that's a horrible crash. Goodness me. The ups and downs, trials and tribulations of this race for Marc Marquez.
How many more...
Oh, it's so tempting to get a wheel down there, but that is what can happen. Seen that in single-seaters. Unfortunately for the Frenchman, that's a sizable contact with the barrier, which is why it's made such a mess.
Have to be recovered from there, and this is how it happened. Just the back end of the car stepping round, and once that does that, you are a passenger. My God.
Oh, boy. Oh, such a nasty, nasty angle into turn 3. One of the fastest parts of the racetrack for these guys. And, you know, it's just, there's no practice. It's a green racetrack. It's incredibly abrasive.
Into the void. Another rear end slide. Arrow wash from behind the Porsche.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was going up the inside. The team car's made an error. Garth's gone up the inside and lost control of the car.
Wide through there. Oh, and there's no grip at all.
Oh, man. It's shaking the mirror off the windscreen. Such